Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Advanced Tactics Gold. I don't know what episode, this is, but it might be episode 14, no, maybe 15. This might be episode 15 then. And I kind of am really looking at the situation here, if I may be so bold as to zoom out once. We're really pushing them back. Remember, this is the middle of the map right here. Here's the middle of our map, and we're way beyond it. What's more, we're pushing, as I mentioned in the last video, to critical territory. I think the last video I called something like city outskirts, because we really are knocking on the door. When either of these fall, I think it's gonna just tip. Production-wise, we should be in really good shape. Now they do have. I think I saw that this vehicle or tank factory went up. It only matches the one we already have ourselves, but they do have 2 aircraft factories. As soon as they get aircraft, I mean, this is kind of just a lucky roll of the dice. Or maybe we might even say an unlucky roll of the dice, because the enemy, I think, is a little bit weaker than I expected. That their first 2 factories that they randomly generated, and it's just like a roll of the dice, a 3-sided dice, and they rolled both times a 1 and got the aircraft factory, which is the least useful to them right now. Now, speaking of which, I actually want to build some factories myself. So I know that this is zoomed out and nobody can really see much, but I think we'll get this engineer down here to build a factory. I like to zoom out and kind of see the whole picture every now and then. When we're zoomed in, we're only looking at a little box at a time, and sometimes it's hard to look at the grand scheme of things. So what I see is 3rd Army is just going to hold this little area. Probably it will eventually be tasked with holding this area if we cut off this army, which I want. I strongly want my 1st Army to do that. I don't think that, I'm not sure who will be in charge of put the actual push south to cut them off. Because if we can just take these, maybe even like these hexes, we can easily hold, well, maybe even like these 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can, if we take these, we can easily hold any kind of counterattack. These guys will slowly whittle away. We don't even have to push and eliminate them, but I'm starting to see the reason why you might want to, because you can then, all the forces tied up just waiting for them to starve out can be redeployed forward. I don't think that forces from this point onward are going to be a challenge. I'm basically starting to see the writing on the wall for the enemy. And yeah, so what I think we should be doing with our political points now, instead of upgrading units, because I mean this is like one I would love to get, is the rifleman and submachine gun upgraded, because of the 25% hit points more than anything. Although the 25% advantage against tanks means that maybe we'd get lucky with a few armored car kills. But I think that what's going to be more important is to use 80 political points at a time to just start increasing our factories. The very next turn, I believe that I'm going to build an aircraft factory. We'll have enough to build an aircraft factory and to research dive bombers. And this is going to help to soften up any area, especially like these cities. Because artillery bombardment stacks are completely different than air attack stacks. So even though they have the research done for aircraft, even though they have the factories done for aircraft, they haven't actually bought them yet. I don't think that they're reactive. I don't think that us having dive bombers accelerates their purchase of them, like their research of aircraft. Maybe it will, which will be fun. I mean, our dive bombers will get blown completely out of the sky until we invest in some fighters, which we will then do. But anyways, for now, I think that it's going to be nice to have this 2 different artillery stacks that we can rely on. One from the air to eliminate some of their harder units, and then the artillery bombardment. I don't know which one it would go with. Probably we'd do artillery first and then follow up with dive bombers, because the soft units, the infantry, any of the mobile units, the what are they called? Let me look at truck. Artillery. Yeah, soft mobile. So any of the soft mobile units, like the trucks, these are going to be easily dispatched in the combat, the actual fight on the ground. So the things I want my artillery to weaken is their entrenchment, a little bit of their readiness, and then the most important thing is for the dive bombers to get rid of the hard targets. So these hard targets are going to be critical. Okay, so let's zoom back in. And what do I want to do? Excuse me, I'm still getting over my cold, but should be done pretty soon. This was down to 51%, and this is at 122%. I think I actually want to transfer some more staff. We can't. Because the staff here has 70 action points. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't think about that. So what I want is this. Oh yeah, you have staff. I'm just gonna give every single staff I can to this group. I'm just gonna leave one staff in my main headquarters. So we'll do that. They have plenty of rail capacity left, so we did that, and they're up to 77%. Hopefully that helps a little bit. These guys actually don't need the staff. They are at 122%, and we're really transferring more units over to the 3rd Army. So that's why I was going to try to transfer more to the 3rd. But that's fine, we'll wait. And what else do we want to do? Armored cars. They have 2, very low readiness at 2. And do you have any casualties to replenish, or were those just... You do have 1 there. So that's going to be a low readiness. But it doesn't cost us anything to just give them a few more. Actually, we have to be a little bit careful about who gets these armored cars now because we aren't producing them anymore. So I think we can go 10, 10, 10, and then give the rest here. Okay, so that's good. We also need a armor group. Did we get one? Did we build an armor? Oh, we did. Okay, so we have a blank armor group. That's going to be the next one. Do we have artillery that we also got? It looks like it. Yep, like both of them are here. So yeah, what I want to do then is, first of all, I want to strategically move this one a little bit forward. It's this is a blank template, so it's going there. It's going somewhere next turn, but not this turn. So the 4 artillery are getting ready. And then I want to create here probably. And I want this to be infantry. So we'll get a few more infantry forward. As far as production ratio goes, I know that I probably need some more staff since we just added a new army headquarters. We'll wait on that for now. 32 machine guns, 36 riflemen. Everything else is pretty... Well, 40 staff. I mean, we got quite a number of staff coming in. We could lower our... No, we need the political points to be able to get the 80. We need 80 for the aircraft factory. And we need 45 for the actual researcher dive bombers. So we need 120, and you can see we're going to have 129. We actually need 125. And we'll have 129. So we really can't shorten political points at all. So let's go ahead and end the turn. I think that's all I wanted to do. I might move these. I wonder if they can get resupplied from here. I think they can, because they should be able to use the rail. Anybody else I need to work on? I think that's fine. Okay, let's do it. Let me also turn down the volume a little bit. Okay, so another turn where they did not attack. One of our guys got another level up, which is great. Okay, so let's see what we're gonna do. Just kind of plan out our turn. This looks like it's only going to be artillery bombardment. We definitely don't want to attack that. We'll probably even swap out. Yeah, so we'll move here. We do have 2 artilleries. Just bombard. Not very effective, huh? Okay, so we killed only 3 units. Didn't lower their readiness that much. It's not like we're going to attack, but we do want to... What's this one at 100? 120. Okay, so I'm glad that we did this first. Since we're not going to attack, we can now transfer some more staff in. You can see 120 versus 100. So let's transfer 10. And let's start switching these guys over. So 106. I did this so that I'm only doing one at a time. So these guys are at 80 while these guys now are at 50. That's fine. Okay, so we'll be more effective about pretty much everything next turn. Let's get this engineer to build the road. I know I want to do that for sure. I know this one wants to build a road and then build a factory here. So the aircraft factory is going to be built. We have 49 points left. We will get the dive bombers. And there we go. So we'll start research on dive bombers now. And one of the reasons why I don't mind building aircraft factories far forward, whereas I would normally keep tank and artillery factories way back, is because these act as an air base. So if we look at the terrain itself, oh, so it must be at least one non-factory hex in between a factory and another factory. So I thought it was factories every third hex, but apparently it's only every second. But that's kind of nice. Anyway, aircraft factory also functions as an airfield. So this has how much airfield? Max stack is 50. So it's not like a great airfield because you can see that cities have max stack of 100 for airfields, which is much better. I mean, it's twice as much. But this still gives us a little bit of reach if... I mean, I'd like to just plan ahead to imagine what a real... I know that this is a game and we're going to defeat them. They're almost... It's impossible to imagine them pushing back this far. But if we were to plan, like cover our bases, which a real army would do, of course, then it's nice to have an airfield here, which we could easily reach any kind of offensive towards our southern stream. Okay. So in the north, it looks like not much is going to happen just because they didn't push forward. We'll probably just bombard this with artillery. I think I have artillery here, which I'll just move north. And we have 2 artillery in this hex now, so we'll just get both of them to do the bombarding. Okay, so that's a group, and we have 100% there. And this is only going to last for 7 rounds, but at least the readiness is at 100%. Let's see what we do. They're overstacked, so we might get some extra kills. I definitely think we're getting extra kills because they're... wow, we got a lot. Whew. 25 dead just from artillery. It's part of that is because they're in the plains. They're not even in field, so they have not much cover. Very low entrenchment. And then part of that is because there's too many units in that hex. So basically, you can imagine people more tightly compact. This is where artillery would be the most effective. So I don't know how the attack stack penalty works, but if it seems like it would be realistic at least to really increase the penalty of being over your attack stack or being over the stack in a particular hex when you're receiving our incoming artillery. So now there's not a lot we can do. I don't want to cross the stream. I'm not sure if I even want to occupy this swamp. Move this guy forward. And I think I will strategically deploy this forward as well. At least here. Yeah, we have another unit. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to use all this. So we actually have 2 artillery in position to bombard this unit. Now this unit is actually pretty weak. I think I won't bombard it with this unit. This unit will be saved for, even though these guys are in the suburban and therefore will only take 50% of the bombardment. I think I'm just going to weaken this guy once. Oh yeah, that was more than we needed to do, I think. That unit was crushed, just crushed. Down to 25% of its original readiness, which was 100%. And I can see a little opportunity for a small encirclement and elimination here. What's better is we actually can get our tanks into the action. So, 42 and 8. I think we have 2 possibilities here. We can bombard this. Oh, it looks like they used their research to upgrade to infantry guns 2. So these are slightly better than infantry gun 1s. Let's take a look. Oh, is this the one where... Also from level 2 and higher, 1 artillery attack. Yeah, so infantry gun 2 does not, I think, have any benefit other than anti-structure goes up a little bit. And artillery. It has this artillery now. So nothing changed except for the fact that it can do artillery from 1 hex away. So it's a very, very limited artillery, but this is the advantage of infantry gun 2. That bombardment does stack with artillery, so when they start using artillery, I'm sure we'll really feel it. But for now, we'll just deal with pretty light bombardment from infantry guns. Trying to think how best to do this. I mean, this is a very strong artillery group. This, to me, seems like the strongest unit. $83.50, $59. This is pretty weak, so I think we'll bombard this one. We're going to attack it with our tanks, so it's going to be decimated anyway, but let's do it this way. Oh yeah, this is good. Okay, so we lowered, I look at the readiness. The armored car is still okay, but that's fine because we're going to hit that with our tank. Down to 25% from 70, so dropped it by a third, or dropped it by 2/3. Entrenchment similarly down from 46 to 11. So we can attack. If we use the road, we'll use the least amount of points to attack in. If we want a well, we don't need a 3-sided surround on this unit because actually you can attack in. So we probably should attack in with this tank, even though it's lower readiness. The lower readiness is still going to be so effective, it's probably enough. And actually, this unit can even attack. Like, let's just take a look at the ability of our cow versus an armored car. Let's compare the defensive stats. Or, sorry, attacking hit points. So when we attack, we have 4,000 versus 2,000. So we're probably like about twice as likely to survive with the cow against infantry. And we do slightly more damage on the offensive, but, I mean, armored cars are pretty good. I mean, way better for their value. Obviously, cows cost twice as much as armored cars to produce. So the hit points make sense. Basically, they're twice as expensive, twice as good hit points. And the actual killing value, well, it's so high, it's almost instantly a kill, no matter what, because we're rolling something out of 1,300 versus something out of 100. So, more, very, very often we'll kill them. Anyway. Okay, let's go, because this is, we don't need, let's actually get production going too, before I forget. Dive bombers, hooray! They do cost 15 raw each, so we can see that for the first time in a long time, our raw is not going to be going up by a lot. It's barely going to be going up by only 8. So that might be a reason to upgrade some of the other raws. Do we still have some that are not upgraded? Yes, this one's not upgraded. This one's not upgraded. So we have 2 very simple targets for upgrades. What we could do is even build another couple of groups of engineers, although I think we've been pretty fine just getting them to do, getting the 2 we have to just be very mobile. Speaking of, where do these guys need to go next? I think that their next thing is going to be to connect. Probably down and up. This is low mountains, so we might leave the forest and go here. Yeah, that makes sense. Then we can put this headquarters unit here. I don't want to leave the, so really, like I said, the best place for it to be would be like right here. However, we'll just have to make do with being slightly distanced from a headquarters because it's not ideal. The rail connections are not ideal. So, yeah, we'll move there. Okay, so let's get to this surround attack thing. I think I'm going to save this unit for attack here. Yeah, I am definitely going to do that. So we move this one forward. I think I want to move one forward here. How many do we have? We have 3 armored cars here. So let's move the... I think the 85 is... No, this one's going to get wrecked. So let's move the 76. I mean, I'm talking about combat strength. And these 2 alone will probably be enough to do it. But let's also move the 82 in. We'll be slightly over our attack stack, but not by much. And I think we'll just kill them very quickly. Oh, we lost armored car. Well, that's... Well, I did not expect that. But that's okay. We did kill their armored car. Several of their units did survive, but... Maybe that... I mean, that might have been from... That might have been from attacking with over the attack stack. Unfortunately, it was also the one... that was in the south that will have more action points left over that lost the armored car. So if we move this guy in or not, it doesn't matter. I'll leave him there. I'll figure it out later. You can actually move here and be much more effective. So this group that has very little readiness left, I think what I can do is just move my... I think I can attack in there and take the outskirts. What are the other options? I don't really like attacking them with these armored cars. I like better attacking them with the tank. Yeah, so let's do this. It's 46-0. Yeah, that was pretty good. Main thing is we took the outskirts. So that was good. And you can actually make it all the way there, but again, you can also be used as an attack. You can also be used as an attack. In fact, I could even, if I wanted to, move here and attack this unit again. Which would actually cut off the units in the south. I think it would lower the amount of supply they're getting. Well, this is what Blitzkrieg is about, right? Schwerpunkt is penetrate the lines. We didn't really have to do that much, and Blitzkrieg is this breakout. So I think that that's what we should do. Good, we actually completely eliminated the division. There's no retreat for them. Now we don't probably even want to move in. I think we'll just hold in the suburban. They will, like, it'll be necessary for them to retake this so that they reconnect their supply lines. Right now it's just losing 25. But how are these guys getting supplied? I mean, this is really interesting. We might be causing some real supply issues for the Chinese. Yes, that's right. If you forgot, we're facing the Chinese. That's where these militia come from. I think I'm okay to wait one turn before attacking in, but wait, let's see actually. Maybe I've done this all wrong. Maybe we should have attacked the city. Yeah, I think I have done this wrong. It's not too late. So I could actually move here. I could attack the actual city itself. These are low mountains, unfortunately. Like if I just remove the units real fast. I have units here, which I've armored, and I have here. But in order to get to the top, I would have to move, unfortunately, through these mountains. Because now I'm thinking if we can attack in here, I think we can win this fight. I believe it or not, I think we can win this fight. Let's go for it. This is... I mean, who knows if we get another chance to do this. Lost a tank. Attack stalled. Okay, so we lost a tank and our attack stalled. Let's look at the damage of this one pretty closely. 14 dead, 2 armor cars, and 1 of our tanks. Versus 10, 1, 1, 2 staff, 1 infantry gun, 3 militia. So in the end, not worth it. Very much not worth it. We still could do it. Could attack again. Okay, so this is a weak unit. I think we have artillery nearby. We do. Let's attack this one. And then they're in the open plains, so they should take a lot of damage. They are. And then let's attack with... Wow. So 15 dead from that. Now let's attack him with these units. I think both of these attack. In fact... Let's attack with the 1st and the 6th. So this way we actually preserve one of our frontline units. We lost 3, including 1 machine gun, unfortunately, but... Killed, you know, okay, we're going to lose forces, definitely, in these bigger fights. The 1st stays, the 6th goes in for sure. Now the 12th is free to do whatever, including an attack there, which means that these guys can both move forward and do an attack here. Is that going to be enough? Oh man, this is actually tough. So I want to take this one so I can eliminate that directly. Let's do it. They're the only 2 who can attack. This might not go well, but let's do it. Oh god, it's not going well. Oh, it worked! Well, we took pretty bad losses. 14 riflemen, 4 machine guns. This was like a pretty bloody push. About 1-to-1 though, still. Okay, worse than 1-to-1. We took more losses than we inflicted. The important thing is that it pays off in terms down the road that we isolated this unit's retreat. Now, you can actually come down and attack, or you can attack from here. And we have an armored car also available to attack. Do we have one here? Oh, we do. Well, that was a mistake. This unit could have contributed... Wow, that was a mistake. Big mistake. This one could have helped. That would have definitely helped. Too late. No use crying over spilt perfume or spilt milk, whatever you want to... If you want the song version or the original saying. So we have 3 units, and this one, with a slightly lower readiness, can actually attack this. And I think instead it's 84, but I think I want this unit to attack the city. Because they don't have any anti-tank, right? No. So let's do it. We're going in. One final push. Oh my god. Good lord. What the hell happened? Wow. Look, I have to be honest. I have to be honest. I did not expect that. In fact, the losses till the 21st are so bad, I'm going to go ahead and disband this unit entirely. We can use the armored cars elsewhere. So the 21st will be just completely disbanded based on this action. That was brutal. Okay, well, we're obviously not going to push in there anymore. Push you down there just to make sure we have some kind of hole. Some block. That was so brutal. So the battle stack points for regular land combat was only at 115, which means we were a little bit over the attack stack, but not by a lot, by 15. Alright, well let's end this unit here. I think it doesn't matter, we can attack from either of these, so we'll attack from here just to give us slightly better spread. In fact, let's attack without the armored car. Good. So that armored car is actually free. To do another attack here! No, I'm not insane. So let's have them move in here. And you... Actually, I didn't want you to move. I would have preferred to have you closer to the road, but that's fine. Man, that's so brutal. That was a very brutal attack. I guess we can move here. If we want to hold the line, then I guess we should move here. So let's do that. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Well, we did a very, very big push. We did eliminate some units. I am not very happy with the results from some few of these attacks, including the 21st Armored Recon is going to be disbanded because of such terrible casualties. Really brutal. Okay, so what's next? And I don't know if dive bombers really would have helped, but I could always have waited a turn. Now, I don't want... This is kind of like the break point. Let's see, where's my headquarters? So 1, 2, 3. Actually, we can move units here just fine. So that's fine. Move here. But they won't attack any further than this. I think what we'll do is use mainly my 2nd Army units on this attack. Oh, actually, we can move forward and do bombardment. I mean, there's nothing else to bombard in this area, so yeah, might as well. I think we'll use the weaker of the two to bombard this, which is just going to mean that we instantly defeat it. And then we'll use the other one to actually bombard the city itself a bit. So that's one thing I didn't really mention. Wow, down to 5 readiness. This can be a cakewalk. Is that doing these attacks on the city actually does lower its strength. Okay, that was good. We actually completely eliminated the division as well, which I'm always happy to see. These guys are going to stay where they are. In fact, you, if you can, are going to move back. Yes, you can. And you'll just stay there. So then the ones who I want to move forward are actually the... Wait, 30 versus 25. So I guess it doesn't matter. But we'll move them here. And then you'll do bombardment here. We're actually starting to bombard their city. So this will lower their production slightly. So location down to 1700. Since they repair, was it like 900 a turn? We didn't do enough to really do anything significant. Oh, we can actually attack across. 10 riflemen. 1 armored car. This 1 armored car, if I had wanted to do this, I think I could have attacked across and actually gotten across the... What would it have gained me? Not much. We'd be out of supply. There's no road. Okay, well, it was, you know, worth contemplating, perhaps. Let's move down here. Don't I have infantry somewhere? Yeah, right here. And more armored cars. We have 1 there. I think we'll keep the infantry here to counterattack there, so we'll move this armored car here. And this is the limit, as I said, of my 2nd Army's reach. So you will move forward. I don't know where you're going to end up, though. Like, infantry attacking across there makes more sense. Actually, what I want to do, and I really need to orient correctly to put myself in the right position to do this, I want to move right here, attack into this, destroy it from 3 sides, maybe even 4. Is anybody capable of pushing that extra inch forward? No. Well, I could do an attack. I mean, we're just... the losses this turn are just terrible. Let's take a look at the total losses overall, though. I think we'll be happily, surprised. So I have killed 1,500 riflemen. I've taken 300 losses. I've killed 49 armored cars. I've lost 15. So this was 5-1. This was 3-1. Machine gun they don't have, but we can just say militia 600. Machine guns 15. So that's like 3-1. We lost 1 cow, but I guess that's the 4 extra armored cars. They've lost 2 staff, 20 infantry guns, 50 engineers, 27 machine guns, 46 trucks. This turn has not been as good. We can see that I've lost 6 armored cars to their 3. I've lost a tank. They've still lost 133 riflemen and 34 militia, as well as 2 submachine guns, 2 staff, and 6 trucks. But pretty substantial losses for me this turn. Yeah. So overall, we're really kicking butt. 3-1, 4-1 kill ratio. I mean, this is not the Gulf War. This is not Desert Storm, but it's up there. It's definitely a very effective offensive, especially for being an offensive, not a defensive, not a holding operation. It's really trying to take ground, and you're always going to lose more on the offensive. I mean, maybe Patton would disagree, but almost always you're going to lose more forces. So this guy is not capable of moving forward. That's fine. We can do that next turn. Okay, so I think that's it for this turn, which is 38 minutes. I didn't even do anything up here but bombard, but frankly, that's all I want to do. Oh, I do have some infantry I can move forward. Let's move them forward here. And I'll strategically deploy you a little bit further forward as well, just so that you're a little bit closer to the action. You can bombard whoever you want. Plains versus forest, yeah, we'll definitely bombard this unit, if anybody. We already have 2 to bombard this hex over and over and over again. So, yeah. Okay, what else? Yeah, I don't think we're going to attack any further. We should move some units. We have only 2. Okay, so let's move 1 into here. We have 1 here, which means we need to move... Probably we just move all 3. Because, not that they're going to do anything this turn, but next turn we're going to want to push forces, spread them out, and it's going to be nice to have a slight overabundance of forces. This unit, I'm actually going to move him here and keep him with the artillery, which will just prevent... he'll kind of serve just in case they do bombard this hex. I don't think that they have artillery yet, but if they were to get it and miraculously bombard my artillery, I like to have extra forces in that hex to kind of absorb the blow, because it is distributed among all the forces, so just a precaution. We do have plenty of forces in the other couple of hexes, so... And this unit's still going to be able to contribute next turn if we need him to. Actually, the only place... Okay, I actually take it back. We're going to move him forward. The chance of them actually having artillery is very small, so I'm fine with doing this. And so 2 armored cars and 1 infantry. This also gives us the possibility of attacking with infantry into the suburban. Maybe it draws more forces. I don't know. We'll see how they react. Anyway, this was a pretty exciting episode. Next turn we'll have dive bombers, which means that I guess we should be making a unit. I'll do that at the beginning of next episode, because I think I bogged down a little bit too much in this. I see 39 minutes already. So, anyways, let's wrap this up. I'll figure out what I need to do at the beginning of next episode before we end this turn. And the next turn should be a really good one. I suspect that we're actually going to start taking these cities. Maybe both next turn. We can consider the siege having already have started. Probably something like that for the title of this episode. So until the next episode, thanks for watching and take care.